everybody, it's Jasmine. So today I have a highly anticipated video for myself. I've accumulated a lot of free samples throughout my time, and I'm sure you guys have too, and I've accumulated so much that I can do a full face with it. So hopefully it turns out okay. I don't have everything. Like, I don't think anybody gives out free eyelashes. I mean, somebody probably does, it's just I have not gotten my hands on free eyelashes, so I do have my own pair of eyelashes. But other than that, I pretty much have a full face. If I am missing anything else, obviously I will let you guys know, but for the most part, let's get started. I've also asked you guys to ask me some questions on Instagram that are non-makeup related, so hopefully you guys get to know a little bit more about me. So let's go get started into moisturizing the face. So here I have the Julep Boost Your Radiance Reparative Rosehip Seed Facial Oil. I've never tried anything from Julep, but this apparently protects against free radical damage with antioxidants. So I'm just gonna go ahead, peel this, and this is going to be the moisturizer for today, because you know I always apply moisturizer before I start my makeup, and there's not much in here, that's for sure. Right away, this is the type of oil that's going to sit on top of the skin for a little bit before it actually soaks in. For foundation, I'm going to be using this foundation sample that I got from NYX. This one has the shade Vanilla, Beige, Golden, and Mocha. I'm going to go ahead and apply that on my face while I answer some of your guys' questions. Now, I got a question from Cassidy Nicole, who asked me, where do I see myself in 10 years? I love you so much, and you inspire me to do creative makeup looks and be confident. Oh, I love you too. So in 10 years, I definitely want to be married. I definitely want to have my own house. I think that is like my #1 goal, to like have a roof over my head that I bought. I think that would honestly be like the icing on the cake for me. Hopefully pursuing the job that I want, which is creating my own brand. That's actually why I'm doing business management in college. I know a lot of people ask me, what am I majoring in? I'm majoring in business management, and I know you don't need any type of degree for, you know, creating your own brand, but I just thought it would be, there is literally nothing in this. I just want to be more safe than sorry, if anything. You know, I just want to make sure that I have a degree to fall back on. You know, business is such a good degree to have, and if that doesn't work out, if my brand doesn't work out, then I can always work for somebody else, you know, and hopefully that can be enough. Secha Vang asked me, ever been out of state or out of the country? Yes, I have been out of state. When I used to date my ex-boyfriend, Angel, most of you guys know we broke up. I don't really want to get into it, just because I'm gonna respect him in a sense. But I have gone out to see him when he was in basic training in Georgia. I've also been out the country. I went to my motherland, Cambodia. Most of you guys know I'm Cambodian. Soksabai, hello, how are you? Yeah, I've been to those places, and honestly I love Cambodia. I think it's really beautiful out there, and I forgot to prime my face, so I'm gonna do that now. Shit. I'm gonna use this sample of the Becca Backlight Priming Filter. Boxaroo asked me, what are some hobbies you enjoy doing besides makeup? I actually enjoy reading. I know that sounds really weird. You're just like, oh my god, who likes reading? But I like reading my self-help books, and I've been really open about it. I have a video where I talk really in depth about it. But I love reading my self-help books because it makes me feel like I'm not alone in this world, and it makes me feel like, you know, I will get through what I am going through, because I stress out a lot, which is primarily the reason why I even do YouTube. Like, this is the time of my day where I just sit back, relax, and I'm not stressed out about anything, which is really nice. And to have a community like you guys who support me, it's also like really rewarding. I also like to shop because I just have a bad habit of having retail therapy. So whenever I am stressed out and I'm not filming, I'm shopping, which is horrible. I also have this foundation sample by Urban Decay. It's their all-nighter foundation. I think I'm going to use like 3.25 on my face. Hopefully that will work out. This is like a very small sample though, so hopefully I could just use it to conceal my redness. Post Nostalgia asked me what are my favorite music artists. Now I have a lot, ranging from American music all the way to K-pop. I've been listening to K-pop since I was in elementary school, so I'm really into like the old bands, you know, remember 21, remember Big Bang, remember Tiara, like I'm all into like the old school ones. Remember Sistar, yes. I love all those, but I talked about that in another video as well. So as for American bands or music artists, I love Panic! At the Disco and Paramore. I listen to a lot of old school music, like the early 2000s. I think that was my era, so anything Destiny's Child, anything like that, like that's all me. I love that stuff. And she also asked me who is my biggest influence in my life and why. I honestly don't have an influence in my life. I don't look up to anybody, and I know that's kind of weird because I feel like everybody has an influence and everybody has a role model, but to me I really don't have anything. I mean, I guess it's my family, just in general it's my family, because I mean they came here from Cambodia while they were in war and they made shit happen, and they created a they created this life where my family doesn't have to really worry about anything. You know, they work their butts off to give us something that they never had, and I really appreciate that. So I really wish that I can give that to my children one day. So I'm just taking the NYX foundation in the lightest shade Vanilla that's in that packet, and I'm just applying that as concealer because the Urban Decay All Nighter one wasn't enough. I'm also going to use the lightest shade in the Urban Decay All Nighter foundation, and I'm also going to use that as concealer. I don't know. None of these are working like the originals, which is really weird. I mean, granted, I've never tried the Urban Decay one, but the NYX one, I should have full coverage by now, but it's not giving me that, so that's very surprising. Insira Razak asked me, how do you deal with hate and negativity? How do you treat those who talk behind your back and try to bring you down? Well, I have been bullied literally all my life, which that sucks to say out loud, but it's true, and I have not taken it very lightly. I don't know, man, it's a hard topic to talk about because it's really hard to deal with. By the way, I'm gonna be using this little Goof proof pencil in the shade number 5. I still take things to the heart. I'm a very sensitive person, and I know people always say ignore it, but one, no one's in my shoes, and you don't know what I'm going through, and you don't know what happens in my personal life. Like, I could be dealing with a loss of somebody, and if I see a negative comment and it triggers me, there's nothing I can really do about it because I'm already going through something, you know? So in cases where I am just going about my day, having a good day, and I see a negative comment, I always respond back. I always do. You guys know, I respond to every single comment on my YouTube channel, and I see everything. And so when I see a negative comment, I respond back. And most of the time, the person apologizes, or they say something along the lines of, oh, I didn't mean it to be rude or anything like that. And, you know, it's fine. But if there are cases where they are constantly harassing me, I know I've had this experience before, in cases where they're harassing me, I block. And I think that is something very beautiful about the internet. Blocking is a beautiful button, and I'm not afraid to use it, especially if somebody is being very rude to me and being very racist towards me. I have no tolerance for that. I have no tolerance for hate, negativity, and I like to keep my channel real, but I also like to keep it very positive. And I've kept that very clear. So whenever I see something negative, yes, I will respond, but if the comment continues to be very rude, then I will block. As for my real personal life, I will snap. If somebody comes up to me at work, gives me a really hard time, and then gives me a very racist remark, your girl will snap. I will not hold back. And sometimes that's just how it is. Some people ask for it. You know, I had a customer not too long ago, and we are doing this donation thing for the 4th of July, right? So I'm at work and I was like, oh, do you want to donate? And I guess he didn't hear me clearly, and so he just looked at me and he was like, blah, 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 in my face. And I was so close to snapping because I was like, one, that's rude, and two, is just like, if you don't want to donate, you could just say, no, not today, sorry, or something along that line. But instead, you just want to mock me and say that to my face. But to answer your question on what do I do about people talking behind my back, that's something that I'm still dealing with right now, and I have gone out of my way to text those people who did talk behind my back, especially like during high school. I've messaged them and I was like, you know what, I forgive you, and what you did really hurt me. And I've gotten texts back from them, and they apologized to me, and now we're on good terms. So don't be afraid to just forgive and forget. I know that's really hard, especially because people hurt you and because people took initiative to really bring you down. But at the end of the day, you should live your best life, and they're probably living their lives not really losing sleep over saying something to you. So you just got to, I guess, make amends. My brows are looking very dark, and I'm surprised I did not run out of any brow product because that was a very small eyebrow product. I'm going to take the shade Golden by NYX, and I'm going to take that on a Real Techniques brush. I'm going to pop that on my eye as like a brown eyeshadow. You know, now that I'm looking at this, I think that this is going to go a little south. But that's fine. Ketchup M asked me, craziest drunk moment. I've never been drunk. I don't drink. I'm not 21 yet. I'm waiting till I'm 21. That's my favorite childhood show. Cat Dog for sure. That one is literally everything. I love the old Nickelodeon shows. I think, I don't know, was that Nickelodeon or was that Cartoon Network? I don't know. Either way, either or. The old shows were literally the best. They had such a good plot and they were hilarious back then, and they're still hilarious now. So I don't know why they decided to just cut off that humor, but definitely miss it. And by the way, this one is the Laura Geller Bake, Bounce, and Brighten Color Correcting Foundation in the shade Medium. I'm going to use this as eyeshadow. Sandra Nguyen asked me, how do I deal with stress and overworking yourself? And she said, from a tired person. Well, as most of you guys know, I do work 3 jobs. I work in retail. I will not tell you where I work. And I also work with ShopMissA and Sigma and Juno & Co. as an affiliate. And I am also a freelance makeup artist. And as most of you guys know, I'm also a full-time student. So you can imagine I have a pretty filled up plate. I have a lot on my mind and I'm always constantly working. And like I said, YouTube is something where I just get to sit back and relax. So this is one way how I deal with stress and to relax myself. I also really enjoy cleaning. So if I feel overworked, if I feel stressed, then I will start cleaning my room, deep cleaning. I will throw away old makeup, you know, like the expired ones. I'll throw it away, or I'll like clear out my makeup and then give it to a friend or a family member. And it will just feel like I'm decluttering my life, and it feels so good. And so I do that. I also just buy myself stuff because in a sense, we all deserve it. We all deserve to have some type of reward for our hard work. And I'm going to go in with the Colourpop Birthday Cake Super Shock Shadow. I got this as a free gift with my purchase. And I think that we should all reward ourselves with something nice. We all should, you know, take time of our day to like buy ourselves something really nice and bougie. You know, one time I bought myself a Michael Kors watch and that shit was expensive, but I was like, it's all worth it. I worked really hard for this. I have good grades and I don't regret it one bit because I wear that watch a lot. So do that, it's good. I did get the Clinique Pretty Easy Eyeliner pen from the Sephora Play Box, so I'm just going to use that on my eyes today to create a wing. Ari Captures asked me, if you weren't doing YouTube, what do you think you'd be doing instead? Honestly, I just think I'd be working. Like, I would just be working, going to school, being on Instagram. I don't know, I'd probably just still be living my life how I still am right now, just without the YouTube part, honestly. I mean, I've always wanted to do YouTube ever since Michelle Phan. You know, she's like the queen. Ever since she started to become big, I've always wanted to be like her. So if I wasn't doing YouTube, I'd probably still be like dreaming that I was doing YouTube. Nothing would really change, honestly. I'm a very boring and bland person. Princess Mushfika asked me what would be a happy perfect day. Honestly, just being with good company, you know, just being with my best friend or my family. Whichever one. Urano asked me, have you ever come across turning points of your life? Like these moments drastically influenced your life now, otherwise you wouldn't be the you right now. Actually, I have had a lot of turning points in my life, specifically when I was in high school and kind of when I transitioned into college. I actually won the superlative in my class for the most change since freshman year. And it was because I had an abusive boyfriend and it was actually really scary. You know, he would put his hands on me and he forced me to not hang out with my friends. He didn't trust me. He thought I was cheating on him. And it was just like, why would I cheat on somebody, you know? Once I broke it off with him, I decided to hang out with my friends again. But when I started to hang out with my friends again, they didn't want to hang out with me, so it was really hard. And I think the major turning point in my life, I know this is very cheesy, but it was when Michaela became my best friend. And that's why I love her so much, and that's why, like, she's my ride or die, and I can't pretty much live without her. Like, she's really the reason why I've become who I am. And she basically always encouraged me to do things out of the ordinary, and she was always there when I was doing something different. Like when I was trying something new, like she would always be there supporting me. If shit didn't work out, she would always be like, you know, it's fine. She would always give me some type of encouragement, which is like so nice because I don't know, I think I was just very unconfident in my own skin. I was just a mess, and she was there to give me the truth. Like she would tell me when I'm a mess, she would tell me when I'm doing a good job, and she would like always look out for me, which is what I think a friend should always be. And so Michaela, if you're watching, I love you so much, and you're seriously, like, you know this, so I mean we talk about it a lot, but you're really the reason why like I am who I am. You know, you were there to pick me up back on my feet when I was at the lowest point of my life, and it's cool that we're best friends and you deserve the world, so there's that. So like I said, I don't really have any free eyelashes, but I do have free eyelash glue. So I'm going to be using that one by Eyelure, and I'm going to go in with my Flutter Lashes Selfie Lashes. Valerie18_96 asked me, would you rather be stranded on a tropical island or stranded in Antarctica? Now, I am like always cold. I'm always cold, and so if I were ever stranded on Antarctica, I think I would die of hypothermia. I would be the first to go. Like I would not be able to stand it. So the answer to that would definitely be a tropical island, because I would actually survive it, and there are a lot more things that can grow in tropical weather, like fruits and everything like that. So I think I'd manage to survive. Cha Vang, again, she asked me a lot of questions. She asked me any weird fan experience. Actually, yeah. So I don't get approached very often, but I was at a library and I was studying. This was my first year of college. I was studying and I was at a public library. This girl kept looking at me and I kept looking at her too because I was like, is she looking at me? Is she not? And I was like, huh? And later she gets up and she walks towards me and I'm like, oh my gosh, she's walking towards me. Like, what do I do? And she just says, oh, are you Jasmine? And I'm like, yeah. And she's like, I watch your YouTube videos. And I mean, it was really cool of her because I think she was like trying to confirm that it was me. But it was just weird how I kept staring back. I think it was more weird on my part because I just kept staring back. And I know I shouldn't have stared, but I kept staring. And so, yeah. I get a lot of DMs though from people who say, oh, I just saw you, but I didn't want to say hi. Girl, if you don't say hi, that's gonna like ruin my day. You know, I would love to see you guys and I would love to just say hi or just give you a hug because, you know, you guys don't have to watch my videos at all, but you guys choose to. So it's the least I could do, just say hi, give you a hug, take a picture, whatever you guys want. Like if you want to hang out for like 5 minutes, like, or whatever, like I'm down. Because again, remember, at the end of the day, I'm honestly like a regular person, and kind of like the question earlier, if I wasn't doing YouTube, what would I be doing? I would honestly just be living the same life. Like there's nothing really, I guess, pivotal in my life. Really, it's like I work, go to school, and that's basically it. Like I'm a regular person. It's just that I do YouTube to release my stress. Amaya Yip asked me, what's one thing that you absolutely love about yourself? What do I absolutely love about myself? I like my height. I know that's really random, but I like my height. My height's pretty cool. I'm like 5'4", 5'5", somewhere around there. I just try to use that powder foundation as a bronzer, but I think I'm going to go in with the darkest foundation here. I like my smile. I think it's pretty cool. I don't know, just I'm trying to give myself some compliments, and it's getting very weird. I like the fact that I'm very hardworking because I know a lot of days I tell myself I want to quit, I want to retire, but I commend myself for working really hard and to be able to pay for my shit. You know, I'm very happy that I'm able to pay for my car when it needs maintenance or when it needs gas, or even pay for some schooling and all that stuff. I think, you know, all my hard work, and by the way, I actually hate my makeup, so if you're hating this too, Julie2G asks, what do you do when you like a guy? Oh, is she asking for a friend? Oh, I mean, if you're able to like see them in person, talk to them in person, obviously. I'm not the person to talk to somebody through DM and then hook up. Ugh. I did that once. I'm using the Orgasm blush that I got for my birthday at Ulta. Yeah, honestly, I can't think of anything other than to just talk to them. I know, I'm very boring, but it's true. Like, if you like them, let them know that you're alive. Don't just hide in the dust and be like, one day he might like me. One day he will notice me. He's not going to notice you unless you talk to them. So there's that. Sandra Nguyen asked me snack recommendations. I have a lot of snack recommendations and I'm thinking about doing a video on it. So I'll keep it for that video. Chichavang, oh my god, Chichavang asked me, what's my biggest fear? I hate spiders. I had a spider crawl across my face one time when I was sleeping. I wanted to die. If there was one point in my life where I legitimately wanted to die, it was at that moment. The comfort of my own home, it was just the rudest experience, and I will never, I don't know, I will never be sorry for spiders if they were ever to go extinct. Like, you know, I tried my best. That's all that mattered. And you know what? We're all gonna just set it in with some setting spray. Who in the Too Faced laboratories thought that this was okay? Like, I feel like I'm not gonna get anything. I know I put setting spray on my face already, but I want to make this look real good. Mary Moo asked me, do you have strict Asian parents like mine, or do you have any stories about dealing with your parents? Now, when I was younger, my parents were so strict. Hey mom, if you're watching. I did have strict Asian parents, you know, the stereotypical, you can't go out to parties, like birthday parties, because I don't party. But I think it was really hard for me to, I guess, get along with them because I was a very rebellious child. Whenever somebody said no, I never took no as an answer. I know, I would have hated myself. If I ever came across myself, I'd probably hate myself. But as I got older, and once I turned 18, I think that was the time where my parents were like, oh, she's old enough to do whatever she wants. So once I got my license and then once I turned 18, it was kind of like, I don't want to say they didn't care, but they weren't as protective of me as they were before. So that was really nice. Alright, so before I end this video, I want to answer some of the questions in my DMs. I was reading the questions off the Instagram post, but I wanted to read you the DM. So I got a DM from I Am Queen F, and she said, what is your favorite amusement park? I love Disneyland. She said, have you ever been to Disney World? No. And have I seen Incredibles 2 yet? No. I need to. I can't wait to see it. I also got a DM from Julie2G. She said, are you going to become famous? If so, just know I'm your biggest fan. I don't like to consider myself famous. I consider myself a normal person who just has a YouTube platform that just so happened to blow up out of nowhere, and I don't know how or why. So there's that. I don't like to consider myself famous. If you guys think I'm famous, please get that out of your head. Just think I'm a normal person, please. That's the only thing I ask from you guys. And my friend Simran DM'd me, Jesus. So I actually want to do a video with Simran. So Simran, if you're watching, you better have time for me because we're gonna do a video together. So Simran asked me, question, did you have another YouTube channel before this? I hate her. Okay, so we'll just talk real quick because I think a lot of you guys will actually love this answer. So before this YouTube channel, ThatsSoYin, I actually had a YouTube channel with the username AsianPear77, and what I did on that channel, I was dancing to K-pop songs, and I don't have any footage, it's deleted, thank God, because it was so messy. It was so messy. It was so bad. Oh, it's just so cringe. I can't think about it. Like, it's just something I don't ever want to do again. Maybe I will dance to a K-pop song maybe one day, but in public, no. But other than that, I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. I will list everything that I have used on my face down below, and trust me, I did not cheat. I purposefully did not bring any other makeup inside this closet to film with, so I was literally stuck with these paper samples, which kind of was sad and depressing. But I hope you guys enjoyed the look anyway. I hope you guys enjoyed the questions that I did answer. If I didn't get to your question, stay tuned because I will ask you guys again to ask me some more questions. So if you guys just so happen to be scrolling across Instagram and see my posts, then definitely give me a question to answer and I'll go through it. So I love you guys so much, and I will see you guys on my next one. Bye! Peace out, Girl Scouts.